Daily Slow English.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 7 of our real-life English communication series. Let's learn together today. English is a wonderful bridge to connect with your loved ones, your friends, and your family every day. Today, we will talk about going on dates, calling family, planning parties, cooking, and school parent meetings. Let's start with situation 1, the first date nerves. Watch what happens when he gets very nervous.
You look absolutely beautiful tonight, Emily. That red dress is very stunning and elegant on you today.
Thank you so much, Jack. You look very handsome and sharp in your dark blue suit tonight.
I have to admit, I am a little bit nervous tonight. This is our very first date.
Please do not worry at all. I am also feeling a little nervous, but I am happy.
This restaurant is very nice. Let me pour some cold water into your glass for you now. Oh no, I am so sorry. I accidentally spilled the cold water all over the white table.
It is completely fine, really. It is just water. Let me grab a dry napkin for you.
I am so embarrassed right now. My hands were shaking a bit because of my bad nerves.
Please do not be embarrassed. It is actually very cute. It shows you really care about today.
You are very kind and sweet. Thank you for not laughing at my silly little mistake tonight.
Of course not. Let's use these napkins to clean up the table and then order some food.
That sounds perfect. The seafood pasta here is famous. Would you like to try it with me?
Yes, I would love to try the seafood pasta. Do they also have a good fresh salad?
Yes, they have a wonderful Caesar salad with extra cheese. We can share one large bowl together.
That is a great idea. I am getting very hungry now. Let's call the waiter over here.
Excuse me, waiter. We are ready to order our delicious dinner now. Thank you for your patience.
This is going to be a fantastic evening, Jack. I am so glad we finally met today.
The waiter is coming over now. What kind of drinks should we order before the pasta arrives?
I will just have a glass of sparkling water with a slice of fresh lemon, please.
I am very glad too, Emily. Despite the spilled water, this is the best date
Ever. Being nervous on a first date is totally normal. Saying, "I am so sorry," fixes small mistakes. Next, let's look at situation 2. Calling grandma. Phone calls are a great way to show love.
Hello, Grandma. It is Leo. I am just calling to see how you are feeling today.
Hello, my sweet grandson. I am feeling a little bit tired today, and my throat is sore.
I am so sorry to hear that. The winter weather is very cold and windy recently.
Yes, the winter chill always makes my old bones ache. But I am staying inside today.
Is your heating system working well? I can call a repairman if your house is too cold.
The heater is working perfectly fine, my dear. My house is very cozy and warm right now.
That is very good. Please wear a warm sweater and keep a thick blanket on your lap.
I am sitting comfortably right now. I am watching my favorite television show in the living room.
Have you eaten your lunch yet? You need to eat healthy food to keep your strength up.
Yes, I had a nice bowl of hot oatmeal and a cup of green tea earlier today.
That sounds delicious. Did you remember to take your daily medicine after eating your healthy breakfast bowl?
Oh my goodness, I completely forgot. Thank you for reminding me. I will take it immediately.
Please do. Drink lots of warm water and get plenty of rest so you get well soon.
You are such a caring boy. Hearing your voice always makes me feel so much better.
How is your new cat doing? Is she keeping you good company inside the warm house?
Oh, little Daisy is wonderful. She is sleeping right next to my feet on the soft rug.
I am glad she is there with you. I will come visit you this Saturday afternoon.
That would be lovely. I will ask the nice neighbor to buy some fresh fruits for us.
Do not worry about that. I will bring some hot chicken soup and fresh, sweet apples.
You are too good to me, Leo. I am so proud of the young man you are.
I love you very much, Grandma. Please stay warm, and I will see you very soon. I will call you again tomorrow morning to make sure you are feeling better. Goodbye, Grandma.
Goodbye, Leo. Thank you for calling me. It really brightened up my quiet winter afternoon today.
Saying "get well soon" is a very polite and caring way to wish someone a fast recovery. Now let's look at situation 3, planning a surprise party. Let's learn some useful party vocabulary.
Okay, Ryan, Alex's birthday is next Friday. We need to plan a big surprise party for him.
That is a brilliant idea. He will be so happy. Where should we host the fun party?
We can host it right here at my apartment. I have enough space for 20 people.
Perfect. I will buy a huge chocolate cake and bring some colorful balloons to decorate the room.
Great! We need to invite everyone from our friend group. I will send a group text message.
Make sure you tell them to keep it a secret. Alex cannot know anything about this surprise.
Do not worry, I will write "top secret" in big capital letters on the digital invitation.
What kind of drinks should we buy? I know Alex really loves fresh orange juice and soda.
I will buy some orange juice, cola, and maybe some sparkling water for the rest of us.
How are we going to get him to come over here without ruining the big secret surprise?
I will tell him we are just having a quiet movie night with pizza and some drinks.
That is very smart. He loves eating pizza. What time should we tell the guests to arrive?
Tell everyone to be here at exactly 7 o'clock. Alex will arrive at 7:30.
So we have exactly 30 minutes to hide and turn off all the bright living room lights.
Exactly! When he opens the front door, we will all jump up and shout "surprise" together.
I can already imagine his shocked face. Should we prepare some fun party games for the guests?
Yes, we can play board games and listen to his favorite pop music on the loudspeaker.
I am so excited for this. Let me grab my notebook and write down the guest names.
Let's start with his college friends and his coworkers. We want all his favorite people here.
I will go buy the decorations right now. Do you think he likes blue or red balloons?
Buy the blue ones. It is his favorite color. Let's make this the best birthday party ever! To keep a secret means you do not tell anyone about the hidden plan or special information. Next, let's look at situation 4, cooking together. See what happens when the hot soup goes wrong.
The vegetable soup smells absolutely amazing, Chloe. Do you think it is finally ready to eat?
Let me taste it first with this wooden spoon.
I added some extra spices a minute ago.
Oh my goodness. Noah, I think I made a terrible mistake. The soup is way too salty.
Really? Let me try a little bit. Oh wow, yes, you definitely added too much salt there.
I am so sorry. I completely ruined our dinner tonight. We cannot eat this extremely salty soup.
Do not panic, Chloe. We can easily fix this problem. We do not have to throw it away.
How can we possibly fix it?
Once the salt is inside, you cannot take it out easily.
First, let's add 2 extra cups of fresh water into the pot to dilute the strong flavor.
Okay, I am pouring the fresh water in right now. What else should we do to help?
Now, peel a large potato and cut it into big pieces. Throw them into the boiling soup.
Why potatoes? How does adding a raw potato help fix a very salty pot of hot soup?
Potatoes act like a magic sponge. They will naturally absorb a lot of the extra salt while boiling.
That is a genius cooking trick. I never knew about that. I will cut the potato now.
Let the soup boil for another 10 minutes. Then we will remove the potato and taste again.
I really hope this works. I spent over an hour chopping all those fresh green vegetables today.
It will definitely work. My mother taught me this helpful trick when I was a young boy.
Your mother is a very smart woman. Okay, 10 minutes have passed. Let me taste it again.
Wow. It is perfect now. The salt level is totally balanced. You saved our dinner tonight, Noah.
Teamwork always wins in the kitchen. Now grab the bowls. I am getting very hungry right now.
I am grabbing the bowls and the warm bread. Let's sit down and enjoy our delicious meal.
The kitchen is a bit messy now, but we can easily clean it up after we eat.
I will wash the dirty dishes tonight since you helped me fix the salty soup problem perfectly. Cooking together is fun, even when you make mistakes. Potatoes really do fix very salty hot soup. Finally, let's look at situation 5, a parent talk at school. Let's talk about early childhood education.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Lilly. Thank you so much for coming to our important parent-teacher meeting today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Davis. Thank you for having me. I really want to know how Tommy is doing.
Tommy is a wonderful student. He is very polite, friendly, and always helps his young classmates learn.
I am so happy to hear that. He really loves coming to your classroom every single morning.
He is excellent in English and reading. However, he is struggling a little bit with his math lessons.
Oh, I see. What exactly is difficult for him? Is it the addition or the subtraction problems?
He understands the concepts, but he gets easily distracted and rushes through his homework without checking carefully.
That sounds exactly like Tommy. He always wants to finish fast so he can go play outside.
Does he have a quiet place to study at home? A good environment helps him focus better.
Yes, he has a small desk in his bedroom. I will make sure it is clean and quiet.
I recommend setting a quiet 20-minute study block at home every evening just for his math practice.
That is a great idea. Should I sit down with him while he does his daily math homework?
Yes, please review his answers with him. Praise him when he calculates carefully and takes his time.
I will definitely do that. I want him to feel confident and comfortable with numbers this year.
Also, try to use real-life examples. Count apples or toys to make math more fun for him.
Oh, he loves counting his toy cars. I will try using those to teach him addition tomorrow.
That is a perfect strategy. He is very smart, so I know he will improve very quickly.
Thank you for your helpful guidance, Mr. Davis. I appreciate how much you care about your students.
It is my absolute pleasure. Let's stay in touch and talk again next month to check his progress.
Yes, I will send you an email in a few weeks. Have a great rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend, Mr. Davis. Get some rest after teaching the energetic children all week.
Thank you. I plan to read some good books. See you and Tommy on Monday morning. Goodbye, Mrs. Lilly. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any more questions.
Teachers and parents working together is the absolute best way to help a child succeed in school. You did a fantastic job today. We practiced talking with dates, family, friends, and smart school teachers. Always remember that making small mistakes, like spilling water or adding extra salt, is perfectly normal. In Part 8, we will learn how to handle daily mistakes and find lost items easily. Thank you for watching Daily Slow English. Keep practicing, stay positive, and I will see you soon.
Daily Slow English.